And business news tonight, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, says Dangote Refinery will reduce Nigeria's import bill on petroleum products and other commodities by 40%. Speaking at the World Bank IMF spring meeting in Washington, D.C., United States, the CBN governor explains that when the Dangote Refinery begins operations with the 650,000 barrel per day, hopefully by the end of the year it will reduce the demand for foreign exchange that normally will go for the importation of petroleum products, while noting that Nigeria is on a managed flow exchange rate management system. The CBN governor maintains that the country cannot adopt a free flow exchange rate system that is being proposed. He adds that the country will continue to restrict access to foreign exchange for import goods that could be produced locally. Well, the average retail price for cooking gas in Nigeria increased by 83.62% from 2,057 naira in March 2021. That's according to the latest report from the National Bureau of Statistics. The NBS, in its report titled Liquefied Petroleum Gas Watch for the month of March 2022, indicated that the average price for refilling a 5 kg cylinder of cooking gas stood at 3,778 naira in March 2022 from 3,708 naira recorded in February 2022, showing an increase of 1.88% month on month. According to the data, the highest average price for refilling a 5 kg cylinder of LPG was recorded in Ekiti with 4,200, followed by Niger State with 4,163 naira, and Imo State with 4,150 naira. On the other hand, Adamawa recorded the lowest average price with 2,604 naira, followed by Yobe and Kano states. Given the low revenue generation base of state governments worsened by depleting monthly allocations from the Federal Account Allocation Committee, economic experts have urged state governments to diversify their revenue sources to reduce their over-reliance on the allocation. Speaking earlier today on TVC News flagship business program, Business Nigeria, the Chief Executive Officer of Economic Associates, Dr. Ayo Teriba, called on the government to explore non-tax revenue strategy to boost their internally generated revenue base so as to fund infrastructure development, create jobs, and spur economic growth.
There is a need to expect less from taxes because taxes are procyclical. It's something that you hope to get more on the upturn. But when you have it downturn, you should normally expect that tax revenue take will go down however you try. So it's time to turn to non-tax revenue. And no state is better placed than Lagos to exploit non-tax revenue. For the simple reason your opener said that this is a mega city. Lagos is Nigeria's biggest city.
Yes, it is.
One of Africa's biggest cities. And even the most developed countries in the world make a lot of revenue from their cities, not by taxing it, but by, providing amenities that makes hotspots in the city the place that people want to be for the purposes of wealth creation, for the purpose of, recreation, picnic, and the rest of it. So I think it's time that Lagos should turn to the asset value of its city, of its city centers, of its inner cities, of its transit routes and transit stops. One commendable, action that the Sanwo-Olu regime had numerous rail tracks that coming with a lot of rail stations. In other parts of the world, rail stations are gold mines for governments. About the shopping that takes place, the eateries, they make them places that people want to be. So it's time for Lagos to begin to look at just every type of assets that they are endowed with. It's not just a message to Lagos, it's a message to all the states.
Away from that, now officers of the Nigeria Customs Service have been tasked to explore new strategies against smuggling and border surveillance. The charge was given during the decoration of newly promoted officers in Zone A. TVC News correspondent Ifnaya Eze reports.
More than 150 promoted officers were decorated at the zonal headquarters in Lagos. The zonal coordinator, Assistant Controller General Modupe Aremu, reminds the officers of the service mandate, urging them to deploy the use of technology and innovation to effectively discharge their duty of policing the nation's vast borders and revenue collection.
To whom much is given, much is expected. For the new ranks, for the new levels, new responsibilities, and they should be able to carry the service going forward. We're talking about complete automation of our processes, and also the borders will be manned electronically. We're going to have drones, we're going to have area surveillance of the borders.
At the Apapa Customs Command, more than 300 officers also got higher ranks. Officers here are also charged on the need to prioritize national security by building the nation's economy through commitment to anti-smuggling activities and the use of automation.
One of the most important things about the work is innovation, creativity, trying to do what you're going to do at the right time and the right place, and make sure that facilitation of trade and ensure cargo throughput in the port is paramount.
The public relations officers of the zonal headquarters and the Apapa Customs Command are among those that got promoted. They see the new responsibilities as a boost to rededicate themselves to more challenges.
We have confidence that we have the backup of the service to do exploits, and we're sure that we're going to be having stronger, better results. The profile, whether it's for revenue, anti-smuggling, every aspect of custom responsibility or function, we are sure that it's going to be a quantum leap.
We are expected to do due diligence in the conduct of our responsibilities in the areas of trade facilitation, revenue generation, anti-smuggling activities. Not only that, anywhere you find yourself as a customs officer, you are expected to be professional, to represent the service, and make sure that whatever you do is in tandem with the dictates of the service.
The Customs Board recently approved rank adjustments for more than 3,800 officers of the service. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
Securities trading closed the week on higher grounds as many firms recorded huge gains. Let's join Efyung Echo for details.
The stock market ran positive trades in the weekend, caused recoveries on the previous losses. Expectations of first quarter trade results of companies provided market incentives for fund managers. Top trading equities were found across various sectors, including the banks, insurance, manufacturing, and general trades. Big price gainers were Owando and Etana Oil, both trading in the energy markets. Mayor Pence, WAPCO and Ikeja Hotels also made strong gains. Academy Press lost 10% in value and price due to sales pressure. Other trade losers were RT Briscoe, Livestock Feed, Royal Exchange and Kebeton Aviation. 342 million units of shares valued above 3 billion naira were crossed in the various market sectors. Efyung Echo TVC News, Lagos.